One of the occupational hazards of being a spiritual leader, church leader, is that you may end up spending a lot of time studying the Bible, but not really immersing yourself in the scriptures for the sake of your own spiritual nourishment. So if that's not your problem, then I suggest you don't bother to watch this video. But if that's something that you notice is an issue for you, then maybe I can give you a few little pointers. In particular, there's a spreadsheet in the resource area, which is called a flexible Bible intake habit. And it's very much aimed at helping you reflect and experience scripture and immerse yourself in it rather than studying it. There are kind of two main sections to it. The first is reflecting my own sense of priority, and you need to work out what your goals are here. But one of the things I want to do is to work through the book of Proverbs in the course of a year. Some of that rich Bible poetry. There's a few notes to myself that I've put by it. And just as I work through it, highlight it in green or a different colour. And just a few verses a day, I just take time to read. Maybe it only takes me a minute. Maybe it sparks some thoughts in my mind and it leads me on for 5-10 minutes. Or maybe as I wander off to do something else, it triggers something in me. But at heart, it's just very, very simple. It takes 30 seconds even, just to read a proverb or two. The Psalms I want to engage with as well. Another set of Bible poetry, hugely important, I think. Psalms do what no modern songbook can do because of its breadth and richness. And my favourite thing to do is to listen to the Psalms. So if you nose around on the website, you'll find a collection I've made of all 150 Psalms set to music, and I just love to listen to a Psalm every day. I set myself the goal of just working through the Psalms in the course of a year, but I usually get through them twice in the course of a year now, because it's just such a habit for me listening to a Psalm every morning. I just pick on the next one. It takes about 5 minutes. Again, very, very simple, but very powerful listening to these Psalms. And then the final thing is working through the rest of Scripture. And again, you may have your own goals. My goal is to get through the whole Bible in about every 4 years. I want to make sure I'm in one of the Gospels. I'm getting a mixed diet, so the Gospels, the rest of the New Testament, the Torah, the other writings, the former prophets, the latter prophets. Every 2 months I want to do that. And my favourite way of engaging with these is again to listen on audio. With the Gospels, I usually end up doing that along with my faith community, my church, because we usually engage with one of the Gospels, typically between Christmas and Easter. I make sure I'm ahead of the pack, but I'm doing that together with them. I'm usually listening to it in large swathes and then kind of working through it with the community. With the rest of it, I'm typically more often than not on my own doing that. So there, a little template for you to use. This has been my habit for some years now. The word habit is important because I hardly have to think about it anymore. It's just very much routine for me, and I think that's key. Making this kind of thing become routine. So there's just a few thoughts to leave with you and a template if that's helpful to you. Bless you.